the honors.
Okay, let's call the meeting to order. Go ahead. Go ahead, Josh.
All right. On February 1st, 2022, notice of this meeting was placed on the official Bellmawr Redevelopment Agency website and emailed to both the Courier Post and Gloucester City News newspapers for publication. The official notice to Borough Clerk was emailed on February 2nd, 2022, which included requests for posting of the notice to the official Borough Bellmawr website and bulletin board. All requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been met in compliance with the Sunshine Law. Salute the flag. Pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Roll call. Chairman Philippek. Vice Chair Ray Bider.
Here.
Commissioner D'Angelo.
Here.
Commissioner Capados.
Here.
Commissioner Whitman. Commissioner Patel.
Here.
Commissioner Simpson.
Here.
All right, Josh Tregear, Executive Director. I am here. Michael McKenna, Solicitor.
Present. Here.
And Dennis McNulty, Engineer. He may be running late. He usually joins us, so let's see. All right, standard agenda for this evening. We do have somebody joining the meeting, so give me a second. I just need a brief pause to make sure it's not a commissioner we need to add to the record.
Tom Whitman.
It is a commissioner we need to add to the record.
Sorry.
No problem. Thank you for joining, Mr. Whitman.
I told him to wait for you, Tom.
Oh, it's all good.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You're able to talk all right, Tom?
I am. Thank you very much.
All right. So we have Mr. Whitman joining us. Make sure you're on the record here, Tom. So like I said, standard agenda for this evening. Begin with the reading of the minutes from the regular meeting September 20th, 2022.
Make a motion to accept.
Second it.
All right, I have Mr. Bider on the motion and Mr. Patel on the second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any nays? Ayes have it. Communications, we did not receive a redevelopers report. The counsel for the redeveloper usually drafts that is out of the office away at the moment. So I'm sure he'll submit something. I believe Mike had a conversation with him, so we'll fill us all in during Mike's portion. Traffic engineer's report is quarterly. He submitted his report last month, which would have been the end of Q3. He had told me he should have a report for us at the November meeting. But he also stated there was really nothing to report at that end. That things are they're still working with the county officials to explore ways to advance it, to condense the timeline. Commissioner reports. If anybody has anything, please say so. If not, we will move on. Executive Director's report. Just as I've told you guys before during the meetings, we have somebody joining again. Hold on. Dennis, that was you, right? Dennis, can you hear me? Let me see you. Can you hear me, Dennis?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Hey, Dennis.
How you doing?
As I was saying, over the last few months, after getting the Edmunds software that we needed, so we could have direct access to our own financials, and then cleaning up the data that got corrupted during the transfer. Once that was done, we were able to move forward on making headway on furnishing our outstanding reports to the state. Back in June, we had done the introduction for budget 2021. Again, this is it's a mirror, basically a direct pickup of the temporary budget that we've done this year and the year before. So there are no changes, and this is basically a formality just to per the NJDCA guidelines. So like I said, we had the formal introduction back in June. We didn't get the approval until October 12th. So now it'll be ready for adoption this evening. With that, and now moving on to the audit for 2020, the auditor has been given all the files that they have requested to complete it back on the 6th. So the proverbial ball is in their court, and we are targeting the November 8th meeting for presentation and certification. At that same meeting, since we will be certifying the audit for audit 2020, we will then be able to do the official budget for 2022. So we'll start with the intro of that on the 8th meeting and then target adoption for the December 13th meeting. As soon as Bowman is complete with their work on audit 2020, they plan rolling right into audit 2021 and have that, again, we'll target that for the reorg meeting in January. And basically after that's done, we'll be able to do the formal introductions as we should normally under standard operating procedures, introduce the budget for 2023, as we normally would in the financial year. Any questions from me before I turn it over to Mike? Oh, all right, Mr. McKenna.
Thanks. And very briefly, folks, when I think I gleaned from Josh's reach out to the Redevelopers Council, Don Nagowski, that he may have been traveling. I called him. He's pretty good about taking my call, and he did. He is, in fact, on the road. And he apologized for not getting us out when he is traveling. A couple of days ago, I received from Josh the Department of Environmental Protection correspondence calling out the results of their review, and brought that up to him. He's indicated to me that they are actually, that is the redeveloper, who, by the way, has to carry the water, no pun intended, on this in terms of time and expense. It's their job to solve this and to handle it. And I like that they kept us in the loop. As you can see, the RDA was a recipient of the letter. And Josh, I guess you can circulate that. It's highly technical, but a copy was also sent to the municipal clerk. We're in the loop, in short, but the Redevelopers Council was actually quite happy at the progress. I mean, they filed in August, and by September, they already had a certification their app was complete. And here they have a review letter in October. 3-page review letter, but on page 3 is the signature. So there are some issues in there, and I indicated to them, it's all on you to handle. Let us know if you need anything by way of, attaboys. They assured me that they would keep us completely in the loop as they've done. They would, and I said, well, don't undertake any meetings without us. We may or may not attend or participate, but don't do that. And they're happy to do that. So far, so much so that they indicated they would not file any responses or revisions without touching base with us and our engineer. So it's not our job to solve their problems. State agencies being what they are, the mere fact that it's moving fast is just real good news for us. And the fact that they have reassured us, and I'll stay on them, that we are completely in the loop without having to pay the freight, better news yet. That's all I have on that. I have nothing else to report.
All right, thanks, Mike. Any questions for Mike before we go to new business? All right, as stated tonight, so we have two resolutions. They both will be roll calls because they are financial. So the first resolution has to do with the, as mentioned prior, the official adoption of the operations budget for 2021. So we'll just need a motion.
I make a motion that we do that.
Thank you, Mr. Whitman.
I seconded Josh.
Thank you, Mr. Patel. Again, this is a roll call, so Vice Chair Bider,
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo,
Yes.
Commissioner Kapados,
Yes.
Commissioner Whitman,
Yes.
Commissioner Patel,
Yes.
Commissioner Simpson.
Yes.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. This brings us to resolution number 10:034-22, authorizing payment of outstanding bills.
Make a motion to pay all bills.
All right, thank you, Mr. Simpson.
I seconded Josh.
All right, thank you, Anil. Again, we'll do a roll call. Vice Chair Bider,
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo,
Yes.
Commissioner Kapados,
Yes.
Commissioner Whitman,
Yes.
Commissioner Patel,
Yes.
and Commissioner Simpson.
Yes.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. That concludes new business, and that will bring us to the public portion. I do not see anybody on the portal, but again, we'll give the 3-second delay just to see if I missed anything. All right, that will close the public portion, bring us for an adjournment. Prior to doing that, just a heads up, we have a altered meeting schedule for the last 2 months of the year. So the next meeting, instead the last 2 meetings of the year, instead of being on our standard third Tuesday of the month, in November, we've pushed it up to November 8th. Again, still a Tuesday at 5 o'clock. That's due to the League of Municipalities being next week, the following week. And then, just with the holidays and everything, we pushed it up to December 13th for the same thing, Tuesday the 13th at 5 o'clock. All right, that is it. Just need a motion for an adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting, Josh.
All right, thank you, Anil.
I
Second.
second it.
Was that you, Nick?
No.
Did I hear you? No, you didn't say. Oh, come on. Who did I hear then? I was trying to give you one.
Tommy Whitman.
Well, you know what? Tom's at the meeting right after the dentist, so we'll give it to him. Thanks,
Thank you.
Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
nays? Ayes have it. All right, thank you, gentlemen. See you
Thank
next
you.
month.
See you next time.
Okay,
All right,
guys.
Go Phils.
Go Phils, go
Have a good
Birds.
evening,
Hey,
guys.
guys.
You too.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.